calligraph told me you should just deliver next week because he told me he would like to use it in the video. So I made the jacket, but I was nervous that time. I was very scared, thinking that aitamtosha, kupatana mtu for the first time, then nakwambia make me something when you don't even have measurements. That's something tricky, because he's a huge, you know him, he's tall and huge. Okay, he's tall and big, so I had to make it. I had to use my brain, and actually that jacket took me like 2 weeks so that I can make sure it's a perfect one, because I was taking to calligraphy. You know him, is a big star in Africa actually. And thanks to Umurage TV for hosting me. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Hello to everyone, wherever you are around the world. Hope you are doing great. Let me start by greeting you all kutoka Afrika Mashariki. Habari zenu yambu chani amakuru meze mtaho muhere mwese. Today on Umurage TV, we are having a special guest hosted by me, Inosagahota. So stay tuned. You are most welcome at Umurage TV.
Thank you.
So you can introduce yourself, ndio watu wajue sahi kwa Umurage TV tunaongea na nani?
Okay, my name is Witonze Chance, and Umunyamulenge, Umunyabyenshi, and my dad's name is Adrian Bichengu. Okay, I stay in Gongrod. Yeah, that's it.
So Chance, ni kazi gani ambayo unafanya?
Okay, I deal with African attire. I'm a designer. I dress people in different events. I'm in weddings and some different shows, yeah.
So how did you know that you have a talent in fashion designing, and when did you start?
Okay, let me start with the time I knew that I have a talent. Okay, that was in, I don't remember the year, but I think I was 11 years. I was very young that time. So I used to watch some shows on TV. They used to talk about fashion designing, and I used to be interested in those shows. Okay, and I used to take my mom's kitenge and I start dressing myself. That was the time that I discovered that I have a talent in designing. I was 11 years actually, yeah. So the time I started making something and like to make my dreams come true, like to start making things for people, customers. That was in the time I was done with my high school. Actually, I was in the last year of high school. I was 17 years. That's the time I had my first customer, and I think my first customer was my mom. I made her something, so that's the time that I started making things. Yeah.
So kuwa fashion designer lazima mtu akuwa anajua kushona, ama unaweza kuwa hujui kushona alafu kuwe fashion designer? Hebu tueleze ndio watu wajue vizuri.
Okay, being a fashion designer doesn't mean that you should learn how to make things, as in being a tailor. Those are two different things. Being a tailor and being a fashion designer is different things. Mostly even, let's say in US or in any other countries, those developed countries, you can't find a fashion designer who is a tailor. Those are two different things, but they have one thing in common. Because being a fashion designer, you can't be a fashion designer when you're not creative, when you can't create anything, when you can't even sit on machine and make something. That's one thing that they have in common. You can be a fashion designer, yes, but it's good that you get to know how to make that thing. Because, for example, you can't just look for a tailor, you tell her to make something when you don't know how she's doing that. So you should know how to make that thing too, so that you can know how to direct that tailor. So that's the one thing they have in common. But being a fashion designer, you can be a fashion designer when you're not a tailor. Yeah.
So you're not a Kenyan, but you do your business in Kenya. Maybe kuna challenges ambayo unapitia. So how do you overcome those challenges?
Yeah, tuko Kenya, this is not our country. Yeah, obvious tunapitia vitu mingi. That's what I can say. Because, first of all, we were welcomed in Kenya. Obvious, Kenyans they love our people and we are welcomed in Kenya. But on another side, there is a lot you go through when you do business in Kenya because you're not a Kenyan first of all, and you don't know how to deal with their currency that much and to deal with the people. Yeah, that's what I can say. We have different languages, and sometimes you just get to know that in Kenya it's a bit hard when you don't know Swahili. Okay, we are refugees in Kenya, and sometimes that alien card doesn't work. It doesn't work, and whenever you go to use it, there is a time they start charging you a lot. Yeah, because of they're like, you are not a Kenyan, you don't even have an ID. Because why I'm saying that you need a Kenyan ID, because you should go for, there is some documents you normally have to start a shop somewhere, a business. So when you don't have that document, obviously you'll be attacked by police anytime. So that's the first challenge you face when you are a foreigner in Kenya. But anything else is Kenyans are good. Yeah, they are good in business and they are good people. But sometimes you just find others are not good. Like in our people, obviously we have some people who are not good. Even in Kenyans, there is some who are not good. They just take advantage that you're not a Kenyan. They start like treating you like the way you don't, like you're not a Kenyan. Hey, you're not supposed to do this. Hey, you're not doing a great job, and you know very well you are doing the great job. But for them, they think that you're not doing a great job because first of all, you're not a Kenyan, and secondly, you're a refugee. Yeah, you know refugees are different. We are different from other foreigners in Kenya. Just find in Kenya we have Indians, we have people from England, we have people from different countries, but those ones, they are being treated on another level, they are being respected. But whenever you are a refugee, you don't get that respect you deserve because they think, hey, you don't have money, hey, this and this, so that's the challenge I face in Kenya. But anything else, Kenyans are good. What I did first, the time I started my business, I went for the documents. That was the first thing I did. There was a friend, he used to work in police. He helped me to get those documents. So that was the first thing I did because I knew if I won't have a document, I'll be forced to close that shop. Not even that, I'll be attacked anytime. So I had to look for those documents. And secondly is what I do is living with the Kenyans like a Kenyan. Don't really show them that you're from another country. Yes, you are a refugee, but when you show them that you are from another country, there is a way they take you. So what I did is I had to be like a Kenyan, I had to treat them like my people, talking to them the same way I talk to Umunyamulenge. So that's how I overcome. Yeah.
How do you work with Kenyans?
Okay. The way I work with Kenyans for now, working with Kenyans, I started since the day I entered in my career, like in doing fashion designing. That was the time I met Kenyans for the first time. That was the time. We used to be in the same class, yes, but we never used to work together. Making designs together. So since the day I started making my designs in the time I was 17 years, that was the time I started working with Kenyans. So the way I work with Kenyans is I'm a designer and I'm a private designer. I don't work under any company or any shop. I work for myself. I am my own boss. Yeah, so the way I work with Kenyans ni kuna events wananiita, I go and dress people. That's how I work with them mostly, and they are even my customers. Yes, sometimes unapata customer amekuja nasema, hey, I need you to make maybe my mom this, and my mom akona marafiki zake, like they need the same thing if it's a dress. So you just find I'm going to dress the whole, maybe the mom is in the choir, and you just find the choir needs, all of them wanataka dresses the same, so I just make them the same dress. So the way I work with them is being called in events, being called in the weddings, because mostly in the weddings I used to dress even bridesmaids. Yeah, so that's what I normally do, working with them. Yeah.
So, all right, let me get to the very interesting part of this interview, and of course, is how you met original gangster, the Calligraph Jones. Hebu tuelezee ulipatana aje na Jones?
Okay. Okay. The way I met John's was okay. Let me just go back in my show. I had a show in 2018. That was in 2018 in November. I had a show. I had a fashion show. Okay, I had my own models and I had people who were performing in the show. So I dressed those people. So they were modeling with my design. So that was the first time I met a star called Ekodida. I don't know if you heard about that star. He's a gospel star in Kenya. So that was the time I met him. So since that time, in my show, I started getting some connection to stars from my show, because that was the time I met Ekodida, because he was performing in my show, and from there I met another artist. Okay, his name is Willie Paul. I met him. We had to, even though it's in the process now, I'm making something for him. So that was the time I met him too. So from there, like, I moved to Ngong Road. The time I moved to Ngong Road from Rongai, I started my work, yarn making designs in a greenhouse mall. That was the time I met OG. Meeting OG, he came just there. Like, whenever you see a star, obvious, you need to get to know him, and maybe you need him to help you in something like designs to advertise for you. So I just said hi. From there, I went home. So I took my phone, I texted him on Instagram. He replied. Then he was like, "Hey, how are you?" And then I said, "I'm good. Do you remember me?" Because I'm the one who asked him, "Do you remember me?" Then he was like, "Yeah, I remember you." So from there, like, I told him that I make designs. There are some jackets I make for men, even for women, because I was telling him you should get one for your daughter and your wife and yours too. Then he said, "You can just show me the pictures." He sent the pictures actually on Instagram. It wasn't on WhatsApp, it was on Instagram. Okay, then Calligraph loved my work. He loved the jackets. Then he said, "Okay, how can I get one?" Then I said, "Actually, I'm around Gong Road," because he lives around Gong Road. He lives in Lavington, yeah, which is near my home. So he said, "Should just make me one and my daughter. First you deliver, I see how they look, so that you can make my family jackets, so that you can make mine, my daughter, and my wife." Then I said, "It's okay. I can just make yours and your daughter's jacket." Then he said, "Okay." So from there, I went home, because actually in my room I have a machine. Yeah, I have a machine there inside. That's where I make my designs, because I had a shop in Rongai. From there, the time I moved to Ngong Road, I was waiting for some few things so that I can open another one there. So I have a machine in the house. Everything I used to make jackets, I have them in the house. So that time, Calligraph told me you should just deliver next week, because he told me he would like to use it in the video. So I made the jacket, but I was nervous that time. I was very scared, thinking that aitamtosha, kupatana mtu for the first time, then nakwambia make me something when you don't even have measurements. That's something tricky, because he's a huge, you know him, he's tall and huge. Okay, he's tall and big, so I had to make it. I had to use my brain, and actually that jacket took me like 2 weeks so that I can make sure it's a perfect one, because I was taking to Calligraph. You know him, he's a big star in Africa actually. So I had to take my time, and I made the daughter's jacket and his jacket. So I delivered on Friday. I think past a week. It's already past a week or two. So, yeah, I think past 2 weeks. It was on a Friday. I delivered to the studio where he a studio in Gong Road. That's the time I went to his studio, and that was the time we sat down and talked. Then the time I entered there, I was very nervous because I was like, oh my god, ikikosa kumutosha, what am I going to do? That was a tricky thing, you know. Kurudia jacket, it's something else because you have already made it. Not even that, you need him to see your kazi yako like in the real way, not like on pictures only. He told me to make other 2 jackets because he wanted to use 3 jackets in the video. Okay, I don't really know the time they are going to shoot the video, but I've already delivered other 2 jackets. I delivered last week on Saturday. That was the time I delivered. Yeah.
So Chance, acha tufikie kwa ile picha yako ilitumika ka Save Mlenge icon. So ile picha ni ulipatiana ama kuliendaje? Hebu tuelezee ndio watu wajue. Kuna watu waliona ile picha yako kwa ile Save Mlenge, kwa ile icon ya Save Mlenge, lakini tunataka tuelezee ni ulipatiana ile picha ama kuliendaje?
No, I'm not the one who gave out the picture. Actually, that picture, the time I took that picture was last year. That was last year, I think December. That was in December. Okay, I had a friend in Rongai. He lives in Rongai. He's a photographer, and he deals with artists. Yani, art. You know art. So he's an artist. He's an artist wa vitu za kuchora hizo vitu. He told me that I would like to kuchora my different flags, so every country in Africa, and I would like you to participate in this. And I was like, it's okay, because I knew that was the time that our people were being killed sana back in Congo, even though now they are still dying, but that time I think that was too much, right? It was too much that time. So that time he told me, which country would you like to choose? Because there was different countries, Ethiopia and different. I told him that obvious I'm a Congolese, Umunyamulenge, so I have to use a Congo flag. So he said it's okay. I would definitely do that. Nitakuchora, then tuchukue picha, because I would like to post them in. Alikuwa nataka kuzipost kwa Instagram yake. Ndio apate sijui, I don't know, a corporate alikuwa nataka kupata. So that's the time that I took that picture. Then I posted on my Instagram. Some people posted that picture, some of my friends. So then the time I checked on the page, Mulenge page on I think on Instagram. Yeah, I don't remember if that's the name or if they have changed. That's the time I found that they have made my picture as an icon. They wrote some touching words, seeking for justice of Mulenge. Yani walikuwa naambia UN like walikuwa naonyesha UN what is happening in Congo, and watu wetu wanakufa in Congo. So they used it because I had a flag on my face. I had a flag ya Congo, so that's the time nilipata wameweka. Kwa maoni yako kibinafsi, ni msaada gani wakina mama na wakina dada wanafaa wapatiane kwa kujenga inchi ama taifa ya Congo? Okay, hapo kwa hiyo swali, what I think community yetu kama Wanyamulenge, obvious kila community kuna watu hakuna talent. Watu wetu tukuna talent, that's what I know. Our people tukuna talent, the issue is tupendi kuonyeshana because of our culture things ama vitu different. Napata tu mtu anajua ku design for example, lakini haiwezi fanya hiyo kazi ama haiwezi onyesha because of culture, because of itaonekana vibaya. Ama upate mtu she or he is a model. Unapata is a model lakini haiwezi onyesha because culture yetu, you know. Sasa culture yetu inapenda complicate things. Napata watu wengi wako na talents za kudance. Sasa they don't want to, hawapendangi like to develop the talent sana because of our parents, Our parents are from the generation, the old one. Us in the new generation, tuko na different talents and we can do different things. So like to build our country as a Congo, ama kujenga Wanyamulenge as a community, I think that we should first of all, kila mtu kama alisha discover kuna talent, develop your talent. Come hapa Kenya, not even in Kenya, we have Wanyamulenge wako in US, tuko na Wanyamulenge wako na in different countries, developed countries. Kama unajua uko na talent, you can just develop your talent by maybe usomee your talent. Okay, talent doesn't mean that it's a talent ya fashion designing ama nini. In Wanyamulenge tuko na doctors, tuko na engineers, tuko na what different, that tuko na what designers, but they hide it because of they don't want to kuonyesha because of culture, Sasa kujenga inchi yetu ama kujenga wa community, our Imurenge, our place where our parents were born and even as kwenye tulizaliwa. I think we should develop our talents and help our country to be on another level. For example, naonanga like in US, obvious. US inakwanga on another level because of what they do. Okay, wako na watu wako na talent, and wazungu sana wanapenda kudiscover their talents. Wakimaliza kudiscover, wana develop their talents by kwenda shule. Kama mtoto anafanya music, anapelekwa music school. Lakini sisi, we just think that kazi ni kusoma umalize, ukimaliza kusoma, I'm talking about ladies za Wanyamulenge. Ukimaliza kusoma, umemaliza university, unaoleka, then kama kuna talent inaishia hapo. Things are not supposed to be that way. Either you're married or not, you should not supposed to kuachilia talent yako like that. Because even me, I'm a married woman, but I still do my designing things. Yeah, I'm married, I have a husband, but bado niko kwa designing and he really support it. So what I think is our people should not like stop doing what they love because of the culture. Because if you know that you're not doing anything bad, hata Mungu anajua, why are you scared? And why do you think that culture will inafaa control instead of you to control the culture? Yeah, those are the things that we are supposed to think as a women. Women wa Wanyamulenge si kuoleka tu ama kusoma umalize uoleke. Even as tunafaa tukuwe business women like kama wengine out here. Tujulikane in businesses, ama tujulikane in designing, ama tujulikane as doctors, ama tujulikane as another talent. Kuna vitu mingi sana mtu anaweza fanya. Tujulikane, hapana kufika kwa nyumba alafu after like a year ama two, you're just a housewife. Yes, being a housewife is not bad. You can just be in the house and have kids, but don't forget that you are talented. You go and do your thing. Don't achilia things because of the culture. Ati wakiniona watanicheka because I'm a married woman. No, it's not supposed to be that way. If you're a married woman, still you have the talent. Mungu haja kunyang'anya because of you're married. Mungu haja chukua the talent he gave you. You are still talented. Hata ufike 50 years, you are still talented. Hata 60, you are still talented. You can still do something about what you do, about what you love. So me, that's the advice I can give my people. Yeah.
So kuna wale watu ambao wanatutazama kwa Umurage TV na wamependezwa na kazi yako mzuri. So unaweza kufikia aje ama unaweza kupata aje? So tuelezee kama platforms ama njia yote unaweza kupata. Maybe uko Kenya ama uko ngambo. Hebu tuelezee vile unaweza kupata kwa hiyo kazi yako.
Okay. Venye unaweza nipata. Okay, my Instagram account, the name is Fashion Designer. That's CHACHDESIGNER. CH Fashion Designer. Ikimeshikana. That's the name on my Instagram account. That's where you find different designs on my account. And on my Facebook is Bichengu. Yeah, that's the only two I use. I only use those ones. Yeah.
So tukikamatisha kipindi hiki, naomba tuambie mambo mawili mambo matatu kwa wale watu ambao watazama kwa Umurage TV right now.
The advice I can give it to young people is please, if you are in this industry, it's not easy. It's not easy at all, but don't give up. If you really love doing fashion designing, wherever you are, please keep on doing it and utafika mbali. So don't give up. And I know in this industry of fashion designing, there are so many challenges you're going to face that I faced, and maybe some of you have already faced more than I did. But please don't give up on this. If it's your dreams to be a fashion designer, please don't give up. That's what I can tell everyone who is watching and who loves fashion designing. And something else, I would like to thank everyone who supported me and who helped me to reach where I am, especially my family members, my dad, and my husband, Daniel. He really supported me in this, and I appreciate him for that. And thanks everyone, and thanks to Umurage TV for hosting me. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Shukran sana kwa kutazama Umurage TV. Hapa ndio tumemalizia kipindi hiki. A man behind the camera was Lucky. I'm Inosaga Hota. See you next time.